Good day, you absolute legends. In today's video, we have something quite exciting to talk about. Hello Games works with Google. What does this mean for the future of No Man's Sky? What does this mean for future releases from Hello Games? For example, Light No Fire, which is just around the corner. How could this collaboration with Google impact the technology that's in each of these games in a dramatic and very, very big way? Well, in today's video, that's exactly what we are gonna go ahead and discuss. But I just want to say as well a massive thank you to absolutely everybody who has been pressing that subscribe button as of late. As we know, YouTube goes through certain cycles every now and again, which essentially means they will unsubscribe you, the viewer, from your favorite YouTubers without your knowledge or consent. So as always, can you just double check for me that you are still subscribed to the channel? If you're not subscribed, please resubscribe. And if you have been watching me for a while, you like what I do here, then why not consider hitting that subscribe button? Also, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, to leave a like on this very video. It not only helps me out as a content creator to grow, but it also gets this really exciting information that I have in today's video out there to the wider YouTube audience. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right on into it. So this all started by a post from Mr. Sean of the Murray's Twitter, which I'll have up on screen right now. So this is the post from Mr. Murray himself on March the 14th, so a few days old at this point. However, let's read what it says, because again, it's fantastic. This has been so cool to be a part of. AI agents from DeepMind learning to play No Man's Sky. When the robot apocalypse comes, we will simply continue making updates for the robots. Now, let's just dissect that very sentence there. Now, for those who don't know, Google DeepMind is a state-of-the-art AI learning tool. And their mission is, in the simplest, shortest term I can put it, is to replicate human behavior when playing video games. And essentially, the idea is if you was to interact with a AI robot or an NPC in a game, for example, in this circumstance, you would not be able to differentiate a real player from the AI, because it is meant to be, or meant to be getting trained anyway, to be that good. Now, it's very exciting that Hello Games is working to implement this kind of technology, as stated by Mr. Murray, that they'll continue making update for the robots. I'm taking that as a quite literally, as it's spelled right in front of me, that maybe they are looking to work on a more permanent basis with Google DeepMind and bring true AI into No Man's Sky. So it essentially could mean that the planets will be a lot more populated, you run into a lot more things and a lot more what we would perceive as real players, but in fact they are just artificial intelligence, but we wouldn't know the difference. But let's get onto this a little bit further, because it is quite an interesting topic. Now, Mr. Murray did go on to put, and yes, it is very funny that the AI had to try and fight the Sentinel, so it is a full learning model, but more on that in just a second. Also, Mr. Captain of the Steve's a very talented No Man's Sky creator, and you should all know him by now. If not, I'll have his channel linked in the video description. But he goes on to say, could this mean we get NPCs that act like players? Exactly what I'm thinking about this. So Mr. Steve is also getting on the exact same wavelength with this very topic. Very, very exciting stuff. So what is Google DeepMind? What is it all about? And as you can see, this is the research paper, a generalist AI agent for 3D virtual environments. So it's not only just being trained on No Man's Sky, but a plethora of other games as well to make it as good and as best as possible. Because again, the mission here is to replicate our behavior in game to make it virtually non-distinguishable between a real player and a NPC player. Very, very exciting stuff if Google DeepMind can pull it off, but I have very high hopes. Now, the paper goes on to say, we present new research on a scalable, instructable, multi-world agent, or SIMmer for short, that can follow natural language instructions to carry out tasks in a variety of video game settings. Like I said, it is very catered towards video games, and that's very exciting stuff. Video games are a key proving ground for artificial intelligence, or AI systems, like the real world. Games are rich learning environments with responsive real-time settings and ever-changing goals. From our early work with Atari games, so it looks like they've been doing this for quite a while, through to our Alpha Star system that plays StarCraft 2 at human Grandmaster level. That is an officially, that blew my mind. It can play StarCraft 2 at a level like that, and StarCraft 2 is a very, very difficult game to master. But at that kind of level, whew, this model is fantastic. Anyway, Google DeepMind has a long history in AI and games. Today, we're announcing a new milestone, shifting our focus from individual games towards a general, instructorable game playing AI agent. So it looks like they've just been working on older Atari games and, like, for example, StarCraft 2, like top-down games, but it looks like now they're really getting into like the 3D aspect. As we know, No Man's Sky is so very technically advanced, so it definitely looks like they are trying to go from a 2D platformer kind of style game to the full 3D, the full works, and yeah, very, very exciting stuff. In a new technical report, we introduce Simmer, short for Scalable Instructable Multi-World Agent, a generalist AI agent for 3D virtual settings. So the 3D word there is being used again. So again, very 3D, you know, not 2D top-down kind of games. We partnered with game developers to train Simmer on a variety of video games. This research marks the first time an agent has demonstrated it can understand a broad range of gaming worlds and follow natural language instructions to carry out tasks within them, as a human might. So that's what I was talking about. It's training it to be completely distinguishable between a normal human player to an NPC player. You might come across one in the world and never even know the difference. This work isn't about achieving high game scores. Definitely will not get that with No Man's Sky. Learning to play even one video game is a technical feat for an AI system, but learning to follow instructions in a variety of game settings could unlock more helpful AI agents for any environment. Our research shows how we can translate the capabilities of advanced AI models into useful real-world actions through a language interface. We hope that Simmer and other agent research can use video games as sandboxes. Again, No Man's Sky is definitely a sandbox, and it would be perfect for this, which I think is why they used it. But let's continue. To better understand how AI systems may become more helpful. And the exciting part here is you can see some of the games that this AI has been trained on. Again, all about 3D environments such as Satisfactory, No Man's Sky, Hydroneer, again, all very complex games, but it looks like this AI has been able to actually do it, which is incredible. Now, it does go on to say, to expose Simmer to many environments, we've built a number of partnerships with game developers for our research, such as No Man's Sky by Hello Games. Absolutely amazing to see their name on that list. Absolute amazing. Really, really happy about that. And Teardown by Tuxedo Labs. Each game in Simmer's portfolio opens up a new interactive world, including a range of skills to learn, from simple navigation and menu use to mining resources, flying a ship, or crafting a helmet. Google, if you are listening to this, please let me teach you how to glitch. Come to the dark side. We also used 4 research environments, including a new environment we built with Unity called the Construction Lab, where agents need to build sculptures from building blocks, which test their objective manipulation and intuitive understanding of the physics world. I am absolutely 100% curious by that statement, what the AI managed to build in No Man's Sky. What base did it try and build? Was it literally a 4x4 house, or literally something that looked like the Mona Lisa? I want to know. By learning from different gaming worlds, Simmer captures how language ties in with gameplay behavior. Our first approach was to record pairs of human players across the games in our portfolio, with one player watching and instructing the other. We also had players play freely, then rewatch what they did and record their instructions that would have led to their game actions. Now, lastly, at the very bottom of the page here, there is a little bit more to read, but I couldn't really squeeze it in this video because it would have taken about half an hour to go through everything. But I believe this kind of sums it up best. Advanced AI agent research. Simmer's results show the potential to develop a new wave of generalist language-driven AI agents. This is early-stage research, and we look forward to further building on Simmer across more training environments and incorporating more capable models. As we expose Simmer to more training worlds, the more generalizable and versatile we expect it to become. And with more advanced models, we hope to improve Simmer's understanding and ability to act on higher level language instructions to achieve more complex goals. Ultimately, our research is building towards more general AI systems and agents that can understand and safely carry out a wide range of tasks in a way that is helpful to people online and in the real world. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but I for one welcome our new AI overlords. This is a very exciting prospect, a very exciting development, and as the paper does suggest, it is still in the early stages, but if the model can be trained on more games, for example from Hello Games and other platforms, then this technology could change the gaming industry in such a massive way. And as it says, it has real world and real life applications as well. And we all know the whole spectacle about AI at the minute, about AI coming into the real world and how computers are advancing all the time. This is a subject and it is controversial in some circles. However, I feel like this would be a very good thing if we just focus on just the gaming part of it at the moment. It could really improve the way No Man's Sky works and functions, and including the upcoming title of Light Nor Fire. At the very least, it could give us super realistic AI, which is something that game developers, and they have gotten pretty realistic over time, but you can always tell that they are just NPCs and AI. But this is trying to replace that where it's virtually indistinguishable. And I believe if this kind of technology could be implemented into No Man's Sky or even into Light Nor Fire, then it could make for much more engaging gameplay. But let me know what you think about this entire topic today in the comment section down below. Do you believe that AI has a part to play in the gaming industry? Do you think it's going to change the way that we see games in the future in a good way or a bad way? Are you for AI or are you against AI? Let's talk about this topic in the comment section down below. Let me know your deep, darkest thoughts. And as always, my name is Professor Cynical, and I'll catch you all again in the next one. Bye for now.